Welcome everyone to the full moon in Cancer. Now, we've received some messages and I did a little scribing this morning after hanging out with La Luna. And the messages, we're working with fire and water. From the moon. This has to do with confidence of our individuality. That's the fire portion. That's the masculine portion. The feminine portion is we're being tested by our commitment, of our commitment, in order to have some sort of fulfillment. And we will be asking the Moonology Oracle. And they showed me we're working with Gemini, Sagittarius, and Mercury. And this has to do with communication. We're communicating in order to expand. Guys, we have to communicate to expand. And this ties into something actually that just happened. I really truly believe in my life, whatever happens is not a coincidence. So much of it's part of the path. And you can feel the difference, right? You can feel the difference. It's like, oh, this is part of my spiritual quest. And my brother, who is greatly a part of my spiritual quest, put on a show. And he wanted to watch it with the family. And it was about how humans are different than all the other animals on the planet by how we communicate. Hold on, guys. Biscuit Boo wants to join us. And, you know, this gentleman has a theory of how, you know, we were connected to the chimpanzees. We left. We were weaker. And because we were weaker here in the jungle, we had to learn how to communicate. But what made us human was that we shared. And what's happened because of this hack, we stopped sharing. We stopped sharing, didn't we, guys? Now it's all take. And it's just all, you know, greed. We're holding on for dear life. We're walking with things we shouldn't be walking with because we don't want to feel like we're losing out, even though things are not for us. They're not in alignment with us. Well, I know this isn't in alignment with me, but I'm going to walk with it anyways because I don't want to live without it. But then I'm wondering why my life is so heavy, why my life is so toxic. Why do I feel sick? Why do I feel depressed? Why do I feel anxious? Why do I feel like I want to fight people? Because I didn't honor my truth. I didn't honor what was in alignment with me. And another trick is, because of the programming, we've programmed what happiness should look like. We've programmed these little cookie cutter lives for everybody. And so much of it is trophies, right? Like you have to have the trophy house. You have to have the trophy car. You have to have the trophy wife and husband, the perfect little family, but that's not reality. That's not life. And like, it's not working out like that. So you're like, oh my goodness, it's not working out. This perfect little vision that I was, you know, programmed within my heart. Now, what am I going to do? I'm struggling. Now I'm drinking. Now I'm smoking. Now, and it's out of balance. It's out of whack. Now I feel like, you know, I need to eat every 5 minutes. I have to eat. Because I got to feel some sort of way. Ooh, I want to fight. Ooh, let's go. Because I want to feel some sort of way. Because something is unbalanced. It's untwisted. I mean, it's been twisted. So we're healing. We're healing through what this means. We're not cookie cutters. We're humans. The package doesn't matter. The package it comes in. What's inside the package? It's like, you know, that apple looks really good. But does it taste really good? Is it sweet? Is it sweet when you bite it? Is it succulent? Is it really juicy? Or is it dry? Is it shriveled up? Is it sour? Has it gone rotten? Showing the difference. And it's not just, you know, saying we're just going to carry everything with us. We're letting go. We're letting go. And that's why, okay, it's like everything that's fresh right now that we're connecting to is life right now. It has to do with life. And we're having a hard time of letting go of the past right now. And this is what they're telling me. But we're going to shift it. We're going to do it. And we're going to ask why. Now, here's channeled messages. They've shared a couple, so we're starting here first. We're going to see. So something divine is happening here. Some sort of divine information. The priestess is here. The feminine is here. We know she's taken back her rightful place in creation. The dark daughter and the light sun. And you can't have one without the other. You try to remove one and look at what we've done. Now, this has to do with the Six of Cups and healing from the past. We're not creating a nostalgia lane. We're gonna work with the past because there's gonna be are always connected to the past, to the future. That's another thing too. That, you know, on this documentary that we watched was different. It was the fact that, you know, humans can plan for the future. That also makes us unique. But we're going to understand through the planning of the future and, you know, the nostalgia lane of the past. We can get high there. We can live there. And we're going to really stop, slow down, and activate the present moment. We're going to be put in spaces and places and challenged in order to do that. It's connected to that diamond patterning we're creating with being put in pressure, being put in places of pressure. So we'll be like, yeah, okay, we can see the past and we can see the future, but we won't live there. We'll live in the present moment. And it has to do with how we're journeying with La Luna, how we're journeying by moonlight. And it's very magical right now. It's very mystical. And it has to do with the Nine of Pentacles and our spiritual quest. And we're connecting to the sun and the moon here. We're connecting to the dark and the light. There's a massive amount of fertile energy within the space that we need in order to amp up the building of New Earth. And it's connected to the Three of Pentacles and our ancients. What we're creating is connected to the dawns of time. The future, but we're doing it through the present moment. And it has to do with the building blocks of life. We're working with the building blocks of life. The foundations of life. It's like, you know, we built something and it almost destroyed everything, and we went back to the drawing board and we went back to the building blocks of life. And there's going to be success with the Four of Wands. And this is a massive, massive connection to the heavens, grounding the heavens to the earth through us. Starseeds, twin flames. This is what we came here to do. We understand how to create with success and not failure, and it's not the way that things have been done here. This is anew. It's not the way things have been done here, but it is connected to the dawns of time, the past, the future through the present moment. The Tree of Life, something's been activated here, and this is connected to us as well as the universe. This expansion, there's going to be forward momentum here. They keep showing me the Chariot. I've seen the Chariot like 15 times. And the Chariot's going to help us move forth from the Tower. And then the Tower is going to help us to see clearer our path. And remembering it's all connected. It's all one. From the macrocosm to the microcosm, this is a universal expansion. We're all going. We're all going whether we like it or not. And if we're not going, we're still going. Now, guys, we're going to get these cards back in their respective decks. And we're going to speak to the moon, except for the ones, of course, that are not on the desk. And then we're going to speak to the Moonology Oracle. Guys, this is connected to that New moon promise. La Luna's keeping her promise, the gift of true love. And remember, it doesn't matter what the package is. What the package is coming in. It's a feeling. It's connected to the divine, and it's going to be healing. And it's connected to the Two of Cups. This is connected to the Two of Cups. It's a feeling. It's equal. It's healing. Don't look at the package, or you might miss the gift. Okay? Direct message. Direct message. Now. There we go. Package ready to go. Let's see what else is coming through. Okay. Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini is working with Sagittarius in order to communicate. We're going to have communications of love. But this is of balanced love, and this is understanding that we're working with the feminine and expanding with the masculine. This is a repaired connection between the feminine and masculine. But because of the divine and inner child healing, no such thing as a coincidence. Patterning is patterning. Sequences are sequences. What it equals is what it equals. And the variables are always changing. And the one thing that is constant is change. The 12th house. The all. Our beliefs. Our values. Our faith. This has to do with what is hidden within us. This is why we're working with our divine blueprint. Something of self. We're going to be given a gift of seeing something of self. It's going to help us heal from something that's overwhelming. But in the next breath, I feel like it's like that double-edged sword. It's going to be overwhelming, guys. Remember, the all is a tricky space to navigate. It's like, you know what? If you see something that makes you feel some sort of way, you just swim away from that space. It's up to you. It's just up to you. We don't have to put a fear there. It's just part of creation. We understand there's a space and place for everything in creation. And sometimes it takes a snake to take out another snake. Sometimes we're using the light to work with the dark and the dark to work with the light. Everything is a balance in order to create this patterning. Guys, uno momento. I have to go see my son for a second here. We're going to accept things differently here. We're going to surrender to what actually this plane is. There's a deep surrendering here. And when there's a deep surrendering, something that's hidden of self is going to be illuminated. Because it will be time to. This is a very much a timing thing. But that's also because we've healed with time at this point. Okay. And of course, Mercury is here. Hello, Mercury. Saturn. We're going to be realistic about something that we're concerned about. Because we understand that that's how we're going to communicate it. And it's a tricky, this is a tricky truth to navigate. But it's connected to our uniqueness, our individuality, how we're going to have confidence in our individuality. And it's by healing from something that's illusionary for us here. But a dream. It's like a dream we once had that's connected to old Earth, but we had to cut part of it off and let part of it go to create a new. And we had to take it and plant it back in the earth with a new form. And it's a new. but it's still connected to something deep within. We're gonna be prepared. We're getting prepared to inspire others with many of the great sacrifices that we came here to experience in order to expand. And this is in a very humbling way. And it's going to allow us to heal. And this has to do with meeting other soul tribe members, other healers on the path that have walked this journey, and we're healing together. This is connected to our ambition. And an idea. And what is this idea connected to? The bridge. The bridge of love, the bridge between the old and new. This is connected to the blue moon and what was activated in the blue moon in Gemini. And this is Gemini. This is the Lovers. And it's working with Fortuna, the daughter of Jupiter. And the daughter of Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is helping us to work with Gaia in order to expand. And it has to do with Hera. Hera is going to help us have a negotiation with the earth. It's like we're going to be able to work with our gifts and purification, as well as we're going to be able to, and our feminine side, and what we see, those 13 spheres of knowledge, creativity. You know, being with the feminine, working with the womb of creation. And being very masculine, working with our force. Understanding how to move here. How to lead. With our emotions. And she's a red goddess. And she is going to help us to have a negotiation with the earth. And compromise between the masculine and feminine. Hera, red goddess, Cancer, water. No need to rock the boat. Seated on her heavenly golden throne, goddess of the sky and wife of the most powerful Olympian Zeus, sits in supreme dignity. On her head rests the royal crown surmounted by her sacred birds, the peacocks. In her left hand she holds the pomegranate. Its teeming seed is the symbol of life and motherhood. In her right hand she holds the staff of authority, at the top of which is the crescent of the moon, cupping the orb of the sun. Connection, sun and moon. Dark and light. Yin and yang, masculine and feminine. Guys, we've restored connection. Because it's not masculine plus masculine or masculine plus feminine. It's feminine plus masculine. It's the matter plus the energy we're expanding it with. We have to get the patterning right. We have to get the sequencing right. We just untwisted it. That's all we did. We just had to put the feminine back in her rightful place in creation. I would like to say it was all as easy as that sounded, but we all know it wasn't, right, guys? Cracked open through pain, and love moves us. And love moves the mountains. And this goddess is here to help us move the mountains because she's understanding. In her right hand, she holds the staff of authority, at the top of which, right, is the crescent moon, cupping the orb of the moon and the sun. A cuckoo alights on the head of the staff. It is the god Zeus disguised as he first appeared to Hera. Beneath the image are the symbol for the water sign Cancer and the moon disk of the red goddess. Now we know that, you know what, all these stories of all these gods are all symbolism for how we create here, and all lessons to understand creating with integrity of the light.
They're all symbols of sex, according to the class I took in university. All of these are symbols of sex. That's it.
Well, they're wrong. Because there is a myth, Mom, so they're wrong.
Well, the myth is the god Zeus coming down and having his way with all the women.
Yeah, but they were supposed to heal from all that stuff. That's healing from lust. And creating with equality. You can't just take from the feminine. That's what it's about. We came here to restore this natural balance.
Well, maybe that's what we're doing now.
We are now. Oh God, he did horrible things. This is racked by jealousy. Zeus punished her by beating her and suspending her from the skies. And you're saying Zeus was continuing to pursue other women. It's a fucking horrible story. Listen to this. His reign with the rampant Zeus was a continuous domestic quarrel with celestial thunderings, and the crockery flew perpetually across the divine living room, usually represented as a modest and noble matron. Her crown defines her role as respected queen of the pantheon. Temples in which to worship her were more often. Blah, 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 blah. Zeus first approached Hera disguised as a cuckoo. It was written that Hera took pity on the cold and drenched the cuckoo she came upon. Carefully picking up the bird, she placed it against her breast to warm it. The union was consummated when he promised to marry her. Goddess of women, marriage, and maternity, she represents the most idealistic type of wife. She had 4 children. Despite his infidelities of her misbehaving husband, she was faithful. Racked by jealousy, she contrived to control him and failed. Zeus punished her by severely beating her or binding her and suspending her from the skies whenever she attempted to revolt. She tried to mutilate his ability to produce children, unaided by Athene, but only managed to produce the monstrous beast Typhoon. Finally, she submitted, confining her wrath at Zeus's misdemeanors to the many females with whom he whoa, whoa, la, 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 la. Their reward was usually death, pain, imprisonment, or banishment. Such actions did not, however, after Zeus from continuing something about other women. I'm so tired. That's horrible. Okay. The meanie. This goddess represents maturity and dignity. She has a regard for her position and the power to maintain it. While keeping the respect of others, she indicates that although you may not necessarily approve of something, allowing it to run its course can sometimes be the best answer. And that's what this is really about, and that's what this is really saying, and that's how we're going to negotiate through the earth and come to a compromise. Something that's old is playing out its course, and we just have to let it play out its course. The first of the red goddesses represents being more mature, sustaining, and preserving. And this, we need this because we're going to use this. This is going to be how we're going to heal. This has to do with our life's approach. The nature of water in Cancer is to care and nurture those who are deemed family, no matter how wayward. This is the most motherly of all the signs. And it's connected to the month of July, of course. Spectacular, guys, because this is once again, we're working number 11. Fortuna, the daughter of Jupiter, working here. with balance. We've balanced the masculine and the feminine here, and the feminine has taken a rightful place back in creation. It's all right here. It's all on point. We're lit. Love to see channel messages coming to life. Now, let's get some tarot. Because this means we're on target. We're on point with our mission work and what we came here to do. And we really need to amp up the healing so we can amp up the building, because we want to see Gaia thrive again. Because when she's thriving, we're thriving. Life is thriving. The harmony. It's our faith, guys. It's our faith. And I love that this landed out right here on the 9th house, our spiritual values. Look, all the religions coming together as one. I love, we came full circle. Just metaphors. Using this all as metaphors, religions, stories, gods, goddesses, to just heal from what has happened here. And we know what's right, guys. You feel it within. What's right is held within. Open the box and allow it to thrive. You know, it's just like some more trickery of this place and space. It's like we think, oh, well, we did one good deed, so we can do 5 bad. But that's not what it's about. That's twisted. We hold our faith. We hold our integrity of the light. We rock forth with that charge. We understand. And we're all coming together as one here. We found our way. It's about praying. It's about this understanding that this is our dialogue with the divine. Active communication. What are you hearing there? Because it is connected to us. This has to do with the cup. This has to do with the well. We're filling the well. We're filling the cup. Something's coming together here. Because, of course, we're working with water. The moon is filling us. The moon is filling us with love, guys. The moon is filling us with love, then it's balanced. Ooh, the feminine's happy right now. The feminine is very happy. We've restored some sort of connection. We've repaired something here. Yeah, the Queen of Coins. We're going to manifest through the earth, with the earth. It's like we're having a coming home party for her. We're going to begin sharing again. This has to do with sharing. We're going to share. Remember, we're healing through the energy of the opposites. We've been put in spaces and places where we've been cut off from everything and everyone. And we're going to begin caring. And we're going to begin sharing. Oh, look, Jupiter's here. Dad's here. The granting of our blessings and good fortunes because we're expanding. Yep, and we're expanding from that 5 of Wands charge with the King and Queen of Earth. We know, guys, this is everything we meet here to do. We all meet here to heal from this 5 of Wands charge. That's our mission, right? By restoring connection with the divine, healing with the inner child, and the balance of the masculine and feminine, which is what I love. It is the energy of Cancer. It's healing tension by restoring motion. And look at that, counterparts. And sometimes restoring motion is taking a rest. It's inaction. We've been trained here to think that to heal everything we always got to be in action. But it's the inaction that restores the balance a lot of the time. When we slow down, we make time for intimacy. When we slow down, we make time for regeneration. When we slow down, we make time to see with that high priestess. You know, the high priestess, she's seeing because she slowed down. She stopped time. She healed with time. She took the time. The moon is pushing out an anxiety in its own order to turn the wheel. Because there was more channeled messages here, but I didn't share them all. I just shared what I was called to share. But this is the rest. This has something to do with we're preparing for the future and we're working with... Now, the Hierophant. And it's because we expanded within. And we're going to expand within and turn the wheel. And this has something to do with, we're getting an opportunity to heal with more now of the masculine and force and have a regeneration. But it's a regeneration for life. Like, this is a regeneration for all. And the Queen of Cups is helping us to do so. The Queen of Cups is working with the Hierophant. And that is our connection to the 12th house. Working with Pisces, working with the Cup, working with the All Spirit. And it is to work with the Two of Cups. And we're working beyond the mind, the heart's beat. We're restoring connection. There's DNA double helix activations here. We're connecting to life in the most expansive ways possible. And this is working with the feminine. And it has to do with the rebirth from the center, the regeneration that we achieved. And this is repairing the connection. So this is understanding that it's the feminine plus the masculine in creation. And the Queen of Wands is here. The Queen of Wands helping us to, of course, heal from the devil energies. And the King of Wands here. Two more counterparts. And the Queen of Cups helping us to heal through our lack of the earth and get to our purpose. To get home. And it's out. This is alchemy right now, guys. This is alchemy. Let's confirm it. Let's just confirm it. With the Patch Tarot. Ooh. So we're ascending with the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is about the Tower. Okay. Ascension. We're moving away from what no longer serves us. What's stagnant. And look, we're being activated with the Tower from channel messages. It's here. But it has to do with New Earth and the building of New Earth and the legacy that we came here to create, the healing that we came here to create through the repairing. And right now, it's working through self. It's working by restoring flow. We created happiness from sadness. This means that we achieved it, guys. We did it. Congratulations. From the 5 to the 6 of Cups, we had our purification. And then after having our purification, we created happiness through self. And we know. From the 9 to the 10 we go. And it's confirmed here because there's death on as confirmation on the bottom of both of these decks. Confirmation all the which way around from the universe. The universe is telling us that we're working with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is extremely important right now in this transformation and the alchemy of the cups and this Cancerian moon. 1 second, guys. Well, guys, the sun sure has come up from when we started to where we're at. We've taken back our energy from the devil, from the Matrix. Now, we're going to get an oracle, and this was a gift from my brother. Thank you for joining us for part 1 channel messages. See you at part 2, everyone.